The 90-Minute Cynic is a football podcast. I say football, it's more Celtic podcast. It's a podcast, we're a website. We do minute by minutes on Twitter of the Celtic games. We have a quarterly magazine. We are a one-stop shop for everything Glasgow Celtic. We are we're a weekly podcast. As I say, it's a quarterly magazine, and we really just focus on everything to do with Celtic. So previews on the website, match responses on the website, articles on the website about Scottish football, about Celtic, and essentially what we are is we are a group of Celtic fans who love the club and just want to contribute to the fan kind of led media. We gravitated towards Celtic because we are Celtic fans. We can't deny our love of the club, and we can't deny the pleasure we get from playing for Celtic. Sorry, I wish we get from watching Celtic. When we first started out, we tried to be a sort of Scottish football podcast, and that was great. We talked about other clubs and such, but essentially we just kind of continually drifted off towards talking about Celtic. So we decided just to go with our passion, what makes us happy, and what we know most about. So we just had to focus on Celtic because Celtic it's our lives essentially.
Well done. Tactical question. Yeah, it's very important. It's very important. The centre halves in many teams are just tactical decision makers. They decide the speed of the game. So the distances between them allows you to shift the ball nice and quickly. And like you say, if you're playing against one man up front and one in behind, he is normally the spare man that can step in.
The reaction to us being at the press conference has been interesting, very interesting. We have had some terrific feedback from Celtic fans who have found it quite refreshing that fans have been given the opportunity to question Brendan Rodgers, put questions his way from a more interesting perspective. We've been asking tactical questions, which has impressed Brendan Rodgers. He's actually said in his press conferences how impressed he has been with our questioning. The mainstream media have been fine. There's been a couple, they've been pleasant at times. There's been a couple of cold shoulder moments. But we can almost understand that. This is these guys living, and maybe they look at us as trying to, encroach onto that. But we're all friends, and essentially there's enough for everyone to go around. So the press conferences are kind of setting us apart a little bit, and it's something that we're absolutely going to develop moving forward. Sites like 90-Minute Cynic and all the other fan-led media from all the different teams in Scottish football are Scottish football. The fans are Scottish football, and the fact is that a lot of our clubs, a lot of people within our clubs, the associations themselves, SFA, SPFL, they're not really listening to us as much as they should, and essentially if we continue this trend of creating our own media, of almost usurping the mainstream media and getting access like we've had to Celtic, then it'll make for a brighter future for the fans, for the fan experience, and essentially it'll give us a little bit more in regards to what we own within our game. So 90-Minute Cynic is very important, and all the simple things in Scottish football is why we are doing what we're doing. You can follow 90-Minute Cynic. We're on Twitter at 90-Minute Cynic. Our website 90minutecynic.com is updated on a daily basis. Match previews, match reviews, columns, tactical insights. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. If you search for 90-Minute Cynic, you'll get us there. What does the future hold? I can guarantee that next season is going to be the biggest season for 90-Minute Cynic, and it's going to be quite something, major announcements to be coming forthwith. So follow us at 90-Minute Cynic on Twitter and you'll find out.